So I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am to be able to address you all personally. While I'm happy to be here with you in person, I'm also deeply saddened to think about what, and more importantly, who we've lost during these difficult times. I'm disheartened by the troubling events unfolding in Ukraine and the suffering of their people. I'd like to take a moment of silence, just 10 seconds, to remember all those who died during this pandemic and the citizens of Ukraine who've already lost their lives defending democracy against tyrannical regime. Let us reflect upon those sacrifices made by those who work to preserve our health and safety through this pandemic and the hope for tranquility, both home and abroad. Thank you. And just walked in, another one of our justices, Teresa Coney, has dropped in, and thank you for being here, Teresa. I know you're probably coming right from work, right from work, so thanks. So the safety measures implemented by the county has helped mitigate the spread of COVID-19 amongst our staff and citizens. While precautions are important, we must not forget how important social interaction is to our well-being. And as we move into the endemic phase of this health crisis, Pulaski County will continue to adhere to the Arkansas Department of Health guidelines. Despite the challenges we face, Pulaski County government has continued to innovate, adapt, and provide the highest quality of services to our citizens. Our responsibility to deliver vital public services during good times and difficult times is a duty that none of us take lightly. We are here to serve all of our citizens and engage them at every level. We're driven to find new and proven ways to enhance our quality of life, create economic opportunities, and ensure that the needs in our communities are not only met, but exceeded. We're dedicated to preserving the health and safety of all of our citizens. Moreover, we are committed to a democratic process that is fair and transparent. Local control was once a foundational belief in Arkansas. It was an idea that one-size-fits-all policies were not always practical or equitable. It was an ideology that believed citizens were able and capable of making local decisions based on their local needs. Sadly, some members of our state legislature have abandoned that belief. In 2020, the Arkansas General Assembly passed legislation designed to strip our local school boards and local governments of the right to implement policies to protect health of our children and citizens. Pulaski County quickly joined that legal fight to block this unconscionable legislation in the courts, and thus far, we've been able to be successful in this endeavor. Folks, I was elected by the citizens of Pulaski County to represent them and to work for their behalf. Assessor Janet Ward, Treasurer Deborah Buckner, Sheriff Eric Higgins, and Circuit Clerk Terry Hollingsworth were all elected by the people of this great county to represent them and to work in their behalf. Our president, governor, school boards, mayors, justices of the peace, and city councils were all elected in free, accurate, and fair elections conducted in Pulaski County. Together, we will continue to be your voice, preserve our values, and safeguard our county from those who are determined to divide and silence us. It is no secret that Pulaski County and our citizens have been targeted by bad actors determined to fracture our collective voices and divide our communities. Let's be clear, the cracking and packing of Pulaski County through the redistricting process was motivated by one thing, and that's race. It was a calculated effort to dilute the voting strength of communities of color, further attacking voting rights in Pulaski County and around the state. I'm hopeful that legal action will remedy this malicious attempt to limit voting rights and deny minorities access to the political process. Despite the efforts to silence and divide us, I am undeterred in my mission to move us forward rather than backward. You may ask, what can I do now that the county has undergone redistricting? My answer is simple. Organize and vote. Arkansas ranked last in the nation in both voter turnout and registration in 2020. This is just unacceptable. If you're not a registered voter, do so immediately. Do not let obstacles get in the way of your constitutional right. Your vote is your voice. If you need an ID, visit your local DMV. Start the process today. Do not wait until days before an election. Please do it now. As county judge, I'll do my part to protect your right to vote, but you have got to show up. It's an honor to be a public servant for Pulaski County. I have the privilege of connecting citizens to services that improve their quality of life. And I take tremendous pride in the superiority of those services and the dedicated county employees who deliver them every day. The citizens of Pulaski County look to us for leadership, and it is our duty as civic leaders to cultivate employment opportunities, administer programs that enrich lives, and advance social justice measures. Before I get into our list of accomplishments and goals, I want to emphasize this very important point. Through the many phases and variants of this pandemic, your Pulaski County government has always been open for business and dedicated to delivering the highest level of services to all citizens. Pulaski County government employs some of the most talented and motivated individuals in Central Arkansas, and it's because of them we are able to achieve our goals and simultaneously seek new ones. If you're a Pulaski County employee, and there's several here, please stand up. I'd like to acknowledge you and thank you for your service to your community. And even though she was still sitting down, Terry Holland witnessed her. Thank you, Terry. Now to our many accomplishments. When taking office in 2015, I had the ambitious goal of improving outcomes within our criminal and our juvenile justice system. Investing in alternatives to incarceration and improving access to behavioral health services is imperative. The county is diligently working to modernize our court systems and then bring them into the 21st century. In 2020, the county was invited to become an advancing pretrial policy and research action site. APPR works with criminal justice professionals and their community partners to improve pretrial systems. We're currently one of only 6 research action sites in the United States. Pulaski County recently launched a text messaging notification system in December of 21. You know, that's what your dentist uses to notify you the Friday before your next week's appointment, and again the day before the appointment. Well, we're now implementing that technology in our courts to help get people to court when they're supposed to be reminded. By the way, that's being done all over the country for about 20 years. We're following, but we're trying to catch up. 6 courts, including the juvenile courts, are using the system in an effort to reduce failure to appear charges in the county. FTAs not only require a tremendous amount of personnel hours to manage, but adversely affect lower income individuals. Jurisdictions employing messaging notifications have already reduced FTAs nationwide by 30%. This is a momentous step in the right direction, and we will continue to work with stakeholders to improve outcomes in the justice system. To address the growing need for behavioral health services, our juvenile detention center is actively employing crisis intervention training designed to improve de-escalation techniques. These proven measures have reduced the number of incidents within the facility and enhanced overall safety. In 21, the Juvenile Detention Center had 386 admissions. Of those, 18% were firearms charges, 23% were probation violations, and 13% were battery charges. These numbers should be alarming to all of us. These are our children. We must continue to invest in our youth by building programs that target those who are at risk. We must keep them engaged and provide them the necessary resources to improve themselves in a constructive manner. As an individual who greatly benefited from publicly funded youth programs, I cannot stress the importance and the impact that meaningful programs can have on a child's life. That is why the programs administered by our Youth Services Department are so essential. In order to improve outcomes within our juvenile justice system, it is important that we change the narrative and address the issue at its root. We must focus on restorative justice and preventative measures if we are serious about juvenile justice reform in Pulaski County. To meet this need, Pulaski County Youth Services, in concert with the Pulaski County Special School District, established teen court programs in 4 of the district schools. The teen court model for restorative justice is the only program in the state where students participate in the justice process as a class and receive class credits. More importantly, we are providing them with the support and guidance they need to correct behaviors and develop healthy habits. For the 21-22 school year, 105 students enrolled in the teen court class, and we're actively looking to expand the program in the future. Despite the many challenges faced during the pandemic, our Youth Services Department continued to provide valuable services to our youth continuously. Pivoting on virtual options when necessary and implementing health safety protocols in our after-school and summer programs allowed programming to continue to operate smoothly. The impact of the pandemic on students and educators' health and well-being has been devastating. Understanding the need for additional mental health resources and to alleviate long-term trauma, Pulaski County Youth Services launched the Mental Health Hero Counseling Program. The program provides therapy and counseling services at no cost to students, families, educators, and support staff impacted by COVID-19. I'm proud to say the program has been extended to 2022. I also want to thank Ms. Jamie Scott, the director, also a state representative. I want to also thank her staff. This is the most energetic group of mostly young women, highly educated, highly motivated, and very damn good at the job. Thank you. The programs administered by our Community Services Department build on the success of our youth programs and serve as a bridge to deliver additional services throughout the county. Our community-based programs are one of the county's greatest resources, providing veteran support services, affordable housing assistance, financial literacy services, and community health clinics where residents can receive COVID screening and vaccinations. Last year, the Community Services Department served more than 1,800 Pulaski County residents, veterans, and individuals who were homeless or at risk of being homeless. We were also one of the few counties to receive emergency rental assistance funds from the U.S. Treasury. Our website received approximately 18,000 visitors. Despite the challenges we faced, 18,000 of them, we dispersed roughly $10 million in rental assistance funds to individuals and families who experienced financial hardships because of the pandemic. Additionally, Pulaski County Community Services administered roughly $10.5 million in grant funds for much-needed infrastructure improvements in the Port of Little Rock. These improvements are literally paving the way to economic vitality. That fund was intended. Paving the way to economic vitality in the county and the port. Our investments to our infrastructure make us competitive at the national level and are a major reason for companies like Amazon and Trex deciding to expand and locate their operations in Pulaski County. To keep pace with demand, Director Frederick Love and his staff are in the process of expanding broadband service to every corner of Pulaski County. The expansion of broadband throughout the county will connect citizens and provide a necessary service at an affordable price. To reach our goal, the county is committed to investing an additional $10 million towards the $38 million project. And so I want to thank Director Love, also state representative, actually will be the next state senator. And in his spare time, he'll continue to do a great job of leading community services. Thanks, Just as we need to invest in our citizens, we must invest in our aging infrastructure. This spring, Pulaski County will embark on an aggressive $15 million road improvement project. When completed, Pulaski County will have the best county roads in all of Arkansas, without question. Our county roads and bridges are vital to our livelihoods and economic stability. Infrastructure is a top priority when potential investors and employers are looking to locate their business. Understanding this, the county has incorporated a data-driven approach to improving and maintaining our county roads. More prevention versus reactive maintenance has empowered Pulaski County to focus on all of its roads. Public Works really is the backbone of county government. That's easy for me to say. They provide a host of quality of life services that is unmatched across the state. So, in meaning with keeping with what I've done, I want to recognize Steve Brummett, who I saw here a minute ago. Director of Public Works, as well as all of his directors, what an outstanding job. I'll have to share. I got a complaint on performance just yesterday, actually, when we had the ice and snow recently. Someone from out West Pulaski called and sent me an email wanting to complain that that morning they got up and they got on the road, and they started down the road, Canis Road, and it was clear and it was safe and it's great. And then they got to that place where the roundabout is, and it's the city of Little Rock, and it had snow and ice. And then just a few hundred yards up, they were back in Pulaski County, and it was clear and safe. And they want to know why the heck we couldn't get Little Rock doing their part. Good job. Investment in the future in renewable energy sources is essential to the growth of our county and the regional economy. The county is in the final phase of completing our energy improvement project on the last of our facilities. These energy efficient upgrades will save the taxpayers of this county millions of dollars over time. Moving towards a more sustainable energy source is also critical. Last spring, Pulaski County flipped the switch on our first solar project. The array is one of two county projects that, once completed later this year, will provide 86% of Pulaski County government's energy demand.
Yes.
It's crucial that we continue to invest in our infrastructure and our quality of life. Many of you may ask where those additional investments may come from. Well, they come from being fiscally responsible. They come from private and public partnerships, and they come from federal resources and grants. As you know, the county recently received a portion of American Rescue Plan funds. Everybody calls that ARPA money. This once-in-a-generation opportunity can't be squandered on duplicating services. Our plan from the onset was to fill in the gap and address some of the county's immediate and long-term needs. The injection of these federal funds will allow us to address those needs in a calculated and a measured way. Food insecurity is a significant challenge and continues to be an issue for many of our residents. Food pantries are a vital resource for individuals and especially for those who are unable to leave their home because of a disability or an illness. To address this issue, Pulaski County partnered with the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance to fill this need. The pilot program provides delivery of food directly to those residents' doorsteps. As of today, this humanitarian mission has delivered 140,000 high-quality, nutritious meals to over. We cannot abandon our most vulnerable citizens, and it is my plan to scale this program up in 22. It's been so successful. The pandemic has required us to find innovative ways to deliver services to rural and underserved areas of the county. Recently, the county funded the Innovation Hub's mobile makerspace, also known as the Innovation Hub on Wheels. Its purpose is to make educational resources accessible for youth in underrepresented areas. This innovative program is shaping tomorrow's leaders with thought-provoking STEAM programs and inspiring our youth in new ways. Quality of life and access to public amenities is important. We're currently surveying all of our county playgrounds in order to make necessary upgrades and meet ADA requirements by making them all-inclusive. Our goal is to make sure that all of our playgrounds are accessible to everyone who wishes to utilize them. I always tell people that includes grandparents. There's a lot of grandparents that take their grandkids to the playground and they can't help the kids because they can't access it. These are just a few of our planned projects, but I can assure you I will continue to implement innovative solutions and maximize funds for the betterment of Pulaski County and all of our citizens. Pulaski County is financially strong, vibrant, and dedicated to leading rather than following. No matter what challenges we may face or have faced, we will continue to forge ahead together. The definition of normal may have changed, but our mission has not. As stewards of this great county, it is incumbent upon us to be adaptable and guarantee a brighter future for all the residents of Pulaski County. The safety and well-being of our citizens and employees will always be the focal point of my administration. I will continue to fight for you and utilize every tool at my disposal to protect and improve the lives of the citizens of Pulaski County. I appreciate you all for taking the time to join me today and allowing me to share the many accomplishments of Pulaski County government. Stay focused, stay vigilant, and stay safe. Thank you all.